want to grow as a grower? Are you tired of being put to sleep by your educational growcasts? Are you tired of hearing about products you don't fucking want and can't afford? Are you tired of being told how you should grow? Hi, I'm Johnny Apple, and joining me is everyone's favorite amphibian, the Reverend Pirate Frog. Join us as we sift through the bullshit on the internet and try to get better as growers. This is your average grow.
Hey, dude.
Hey, man, what's up?
Not much. I got a little surprise for you.
Oh, I hope it's better than the last one.
I don't even know. I think it's infinitely better. Anywho, I
Oh,
want to
good, because
introduce...
the last one was BGG.
Oh, yeah. Well, then that's obviously better. No, he's a monster. He's a great guy. Fuck, you distracted me. I want to introduce my good buddy, Grow N the Mitten. I don't know who I'm introducing to. You know him, Johnny. Oh, to the wide public.
It's definitely not
Grow N the
better than
Mitten.
BGG.
Yeah, don't
Thanks
see.
for
He doesn't want to
joining us.
follow. Thank you
Yeah,
for
thanks for having
joining
me.
us.
I gotta have a talk with my agent, but happy to be here.
He booked you wrong. I know. We were surprised that he accepted it. Usually people, come on here as the last desperation move,
Well, trying to my PR around, I guess.
trying to lower your rep. I truly want to turn heel. It's time for Yag, baby.
I've had enough of the limelight.
Yeah,
Step down a little bit.
There's nothing more than a reputation ruiner than sitting down with Johnny and I as we talk nonsense.
No, happy to be here. I love you guys.
Oh, you're just saying that.
Well, I was slipped $5 by Rev first earlier, but no, seriously, you guys are pretty cool dudes. I dig it.
Well, thank you
man,
for being here.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
We're excited to get into all about you, man. Johnny likes to put all new timers through a ringer, so I'm gonna let him get started on you. He's revving to go.
Let's get going.
So you obviously grow cannabis. What got you into growing, man?
Pretty much just was in between hobbies. Like I'd always done, like I just was 3D printing before getting into growing, and then I quit doing that, and then I mined Bitcoin for a bit, got rid of that. So I'm like, all right, cannabis, sure, it's legal now, I'll give it a go. I'd never grown anything before. Figured just buy some seeds, throw them in the dirt, and I could do, and now we're here. Started with photo period bag seeds, and they were all like herm plants because they came from bags anyways. But before the first harvest was done, I had bought my first auto. It's a Jack Hare from Seed Bank, I think, seedbank.com. And I don't even think they were really Hare. Grew it out, stunted it, as you do with autos when you first start out. And then I decided to try the perpetual, and I had good genetics and haven't looked back.
That is something I'm very excited to get into eventually, is perpetual.
It's constant chaos, dude. It's crazy. I couldn't even imagine doing it organically.
Oh, it'd be even easier.
Yeah, I guess if you obviously plan ahead, you know when you should add certain things, so it wouldn't be super crazy for you. But someone like me getting into it, I can't imagine it.
What do you mean, someone like you? How long you been growing?
Since September of last year, so about 15 months now. But I mean, as far as salts go, like if I had like a timeline of when to add these items to the soil, obviously, like teas and crap like that, then I would obviously build it better. But it's research with everything, obviously.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it does take planning ahead, but I think with planning ahead, it's more just like, I got to make sure I have this stuff on hand. It's not like I got to.
I'm not good at planning ahead,
brother. If I can do it, anybody in this world can do it. But yeah, we'll move on. We'll talk organics and perpetual in a little bit. What? I forgot what I was gonna fucking ask. Holy shit, Johnny! What?
You led yourself right into a wall there.
Right? Yeah.
It was beautiful.
I was trying to get back to, we were talking about his introduction, into growing and go through what we normally do, but I couldn't circle back this time.
So how did you start off growing? What was your first attempt? What was your first method? You said it was a bag seed and you just threw it in some dirt. What was your setup like?
No, actually, I was watching Mr. Grow It when I started. So I did the typical everything Mr. Grow It, like, the Vivo Sunlight and Tent and Fox Farm, Ocean Forest. And so I just bought some Ocean Forest, a couple Jiffy pots, threw them in there, and really didn't have to transplant them that way because they're Jiffy pots. The roots just grow through them. So I just stuck them into the actual 3-gallon bags. But yeah, that was about it. And then it was the jankiest way of lifting them and elevating them to the light because they were all different stages. I'm adding plants in one after another because I had a big empty tent that is not so big anymore once it's got flowered plants in there, obviously. But sorry, Jester keeps poking at me. But yeah, it's about it, dude. Just Jiffy pots. There's nothing crazy. I learned a lot. Photos are a lot easier than autos for sure. Just a lot easier to keep healthier, I feel.
So you were liquid feeding into the Fox Farm, or were you top dressing? How were you running it?
I did the Fox Farm Trio as well. So
okay, so that's a liquid feed, right?
All liquid feed, which I'm not using anymore. The Floraflex is much better, but
okay,
that's what I started with.
So what have you migrated to now? What's your style like now? What's your medium?
Medium, I actually just the lineup that I have in like day 14 right now. They're the first ones that are in pure Coco Loco, but I've been running a 50-50 mix of Coco Loco and Ocean Forest up until, probably for the last 5 or 6 waves. And then before that was just like straight soil. So I'm slowly making my way to the Coco Loco side, but I like how BGG was like, you can use the same medium over and over, and he's not even pulled the stems out or anything. He just plants a new one in it, growing monsters. So
do you hand water to runoff? Is that how you do it?
I have the AC Infinity watering bases, but for those, you really got to make sure, like, pick up the pot like every day or two, because if the roots grow into the wicks, it just stops it from intake and everything. Like I stunned it the first couple plants I used with them because I didn't know, but
now you do, and you're growing some absolute beauts. It is amazing too with the self-watering, how sips just change the whole freaking way that you grow. Because I'm sure that when you first started too, you've had to increase your feedings, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially with the bottom feeding too, the butt chugging, they just love it. Yeah. So, and then the different strains, obviously, like a lot of the night owls really take like full dose of nutrients. They're really heavy feeders. But like gummy bears that I got going from Atlas, it's really light feeder. Like I gave her a third and she's already got yellowed tips. And she's like day 28 right now.
Right on. See, it just goes to show any way that you can get planted into some kind of sip system, it's going to be better for you.
Oh, it's way easier. Like, I don't have the time to top feed anymore or anything like that.
Yeah, it takes so much of your gardening like out and away. And I like when you're at a point in your gardening where you're looking for things to do actively instead of having to be like, shit, here's the list of shit I gotta get done, which still happens because I put shit off to the last possible second. But I really like watching you use those AC Infinity self-watering things too, specifically because I noticed that you're one of the first people to start giving people advice to start trimming those ones, because you had really seen how gnarly the roots can get on those.
Oh yeah, dude, I don't know if you saw that one picture. It was it was crazy. It just looked like I was growing hydroponically. It was insane. Yeah, I don't want anybody else to run into that problem, so I'm always telling people that.
So explain what happened. The roots grew into that wicking base.
Yeah, so basically, like, the AC Infinity bases are hollow on the inside, and you just fill your water, and then you got your wicking rope that's just 2 pieces crossed over, and then it just the roots just grew through the bottom of the pot like they do when you're butt chugging, but they grew through the wicks like all the way. It weaved in like a big infrastructure, dude.
That's insane.
It was
so what do you do now? Like, you lift them every day and you like trim the roots back?
Yeah, it's got a plastic scraper. I just like scrape the bottom of the bag if there's a few out there, because air pruning the roots is fine. But if you're ripping off like a huge chunk of the root system, dude, you're stunting the crap out of them. So
Right. Right
I
on.
bet ripping a leg off would put me through shock. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. But trimming my fingernails is one thing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fine. Exactly.
Tracking. Yeah.
But
just
yeah,
ask
no,
Lieutenant Dan how he liked it.
exactly. It really does go to show like how much those roots seek out for their water source. And like that's why it's just you are underwatering generally. Like you're always surprised how much water that they go through.
Oh yeah, I fill them maybe once every couple days. Honestly, like they only hold a gallon of water. I fill them once every couple days, but they get what they need.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I love them. They're the cheap person's auto pots, and I can't use the auto pots because I'd have to lift the reservoir because I got to raise pots, and it's about as
Oh yeah. There's
about as
yeah,
good as
it's
I can
one
go
of
in that small space.
I'm constantly stuck between, I use earth boxes, and I love them. I would ideally have a big bed like Johnny, but I always have to have that ability to move. And unfortunately, I don't think I can deadlift that bed and move it quickly. But
Oh God, no.
I think cost is another important thing, right? Like if you can do with cheaper and do the self-watering pots, I think you're in for a treat. It's it's a good entry level.
Yeah, well, you can make it yourself for really easy too. I mean, just
Exactly.
get a bucket, get a grid, and then run some wicking rope. Like super cheap to make them.
Yeah, and it helps exponentially, I think.
Oh, absolutely. They love the butt chug for sure. And it's
So
the night. Oh, go ahead,
yeah,
sir.
no. They do love to butt check. I was just gonna throw an organic question out there. I was just gonna ask, what's it gonna take Johnny and I to get you to do your first full organic run? See, the problem is you're now doing a cocoa run, and you're gonna get these fucking monster plants. And it's gonna be the worst time to tell you, be like, no, I know you just grew those monsters, but how about trying it the lazy way?
You know what scares me is my tent gets so cramped when it's like the week or two before chopping. Like I'm getting to the point now where my tent's going to be real cramped in the next week or so, for about a week or so. And once I start getting like the straight cocoa size, I might have to go to smaller pots or something. Or get a bigger tent or another tent. But I don't know. Might have to put that Christmas bonus to use.
I was gonna say, well, Yag's answer is always gonna be encouraging you to get more. So
Yeah,
I
start
wouldn't
spending money like
necessarily listen to this.
start spending money like howling and so sky high over there.
No, don't associate us with a Mr. Moneybags over there. That boy can spend money. I mean, I think it burns a hole in his pocket. No, he's
Yeah, I'm not
he's
hating.
living my dream with what his upgrades are constantly, but man,
100%. I'm so jealous of his lights, dude. I'm like, I want some new lights so bad.
I still rock, and you know what sucks too is I have such a fucking supply of those shitty Chinese lights that I have to run through still, where I'm just like, I just can't justify it, right? When every cent counts, you can't be like, I'm gonna buy another $200 light when everything I have is fine.
Dude, I got my fucking Mars Hydro. I think it's like the FCE. It's the cheaper for the 4x4, the bar style fucking light. It's like flickering on me. I can't tell whether it's fucking dim or bright anymore. I'm like, oh man, please hold on. Please fucking hold on, because it's just like, I can't imagine.
No, man. And I always do that where I'll look and see like, okay, what's a small upgrade? And then I look, and then by the end of it, I'm like, why am I looking at a massive upgrade all of a sudden?
Yeah, because a small upgrade turns into the upgraded upgrade.
Oh yeah. I make yeah.
To an extent, it's like a tool. You buy a cheap tool, you're gonna buy a cheap tool 5 fucking times. You buy the right tool, you fucking buy it once.
Absolutely.
That's very true. I still absolutely refuse to do it generally, though. I have bought so many shitty tools and then gone, I should have just bought the right tool for the job. But I never do. Because I'm a believer
in you get what you pay for.
Yeah. The dollar I saved sounded good at the time.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'd give it organically growing a chance here soon. I I don't know. I need to get either a bigger tent or like a 2x2 or 2x4.
I think the true power in organics is always the larger battery. So
Yeah,
I
it's
would I would
absolutely.
wait. I would wait to try something like make you do it yourself earth box or something like that.
That's what I was thinking, like a 2x4 earth box, something
Yeah.
like that. So I would like if I'm going organic, I might as well just go for like trying water only if that's a viable option for a decent yield. But
Oh, absolutely.
I
Yeah.
can for sure tell you it is.
Yeah,
It's
Johnny can
absolutely
attest
viable.
to that.
yeah,
I
obviously you
think
got huge beds to work with, so
Well, earth boxes, I water only
Yeah.
there too. I barely any, like maybe once in a fucking wild blue hair up my ass, do anything other than put water down that fucking tube. That's
awesome.
literally it. I think I gave them sprouted seed tea for the first time in like 4 runs in these earth boxes. That's it. It's just been water down the tube. I don't
I
think
will
about
say
it.
though, they do look beautiful. That tea helped.
Absolutely.
I actually don't know if it was the tea. I just want to take credit for it because I fucking love sprouted tea seeds. Sprouted seed tea. See, that's the fun stuff you get to do with organics that you can have more time than you can be bothered. Like, because that is really the ultimate goal is water only, right? Simple, easy, get really nice medicine into jars. But a lot of people, myself and Johnny included, nerd out and like doing fun stuff every once in a while. So it's nice to be able to just fuck around in your kitchen and get, like make your own labs and then use that as a building block to do all kinds of other ferments or just be like sprouted seed teas. Fuck yeah. But you don't got to do it all the time. That's why I think a lot of people see it as too daunting. They're like, I don't want to do that shit all the time. You ain't gotta.
Nah,
You just can.
Dude, I
If you
dread
want
waking
to.
up every morning and being like, I gotta fucking measure out nutrients and 1 gallon containers every time for each plant. I'm like, this gets so old. Like,
yeah, you got to switch, dude. It's so much easier and lazier. Like,
it's a perpetual. I can't do the perpetual with that many plants though. With a space, I can't.
dude, take a tip from Grateful. That dude's killing it. I mean, he has a room.
He's got
so
a
that's
room,
unfair.
dude. I have
know
a
that was
4x4
stupid.
tent.
Okay, I'll admit that was.
It's not the TARDIS in there.
Get your nerd ass joke out of here. Did you see the special with David Tennant?
No,
Is it out yet? Is it
once the female doctor came, it got so woke I can't watch it, dude.
I didn't.
Like,
The only season I watched was the David Tennant one. Anyhow, back to important stuff such as your interview.
Not
We
nerd
got
shit.
off on a tangent. So after when did you? So you did the perpetual almost immediately. You knew
pretty
like
much.
this is what I want to do. Was it just because you liked popping seeds so much that you're like, I can't not do this for 6 months? Or did you plan it like, I'm going to do this? Or did you see a video where you're like, I'm going to try and copy that? Or what made you go to perpetual immediately?
I have impulse issues.
Other than giant balls.
I just got impulse issues with buying seeds. Like,
There you go.
I got a 70 strain case and it got well over that for a while there. And I've been slowly burning it back down to where I can sort of like start getting some stuff I want again. I got rid of a bunch of stuff that I really didn't care about anymore. So, but that was about it. Like, I bought a bunch of seeds. I'm like, all right, well, I'm like, all right, so the timeline for this is 84, 90 days or whatever, generally in autoflowers. So I'm like, how many could I fit in a tent? Like 4 generally, but I mean, the smaller ones, you only got like 2 or 3 weeks of seed, like this early veg stage. So that's, I wasn't worried about getting light. Like, you can lift them easily enough, but that's pretty much it. I just pretty much started with perpetual from the get-go. Like, just wanted constant influx. Like, I have a closet full right now from the last year, and I give away a lot to friends and coworkers, and I just like to try the different strains.
We're neither friends nor coworkers.
Can you mail it? Like, I didn't know you can mail it.
I don't want to answer legal questions when we all know the answer. Yeah, you can. Just don't put my name on it.
Big bold letters on both sides.
They already
No, you
know.
just got to come to Hash Bash, dude. I'll hook you up.
Yeah, I mean, that would require me recognizing your state, and I don't know if I've come to terms with that yet.
Yeah, typical
Just
California answer.
that's right. Yeah, and just California. But no, it is one of the, I think, the most appealing things about autos is the kind of exciting mystery of what you're going to get, but also the ability to choose, quite a bunch of different quick strains and see what you like. And you're doing it to the fullest right now. So I'm incredibly jealous. What has been one of your favorites that you've had recently?
I mean, it's hard. Like Alabrije, obviously, sponsored by Alabrije. The Blues Rosso is my all-time favorite from him. Although the Purple Mac, that little can of bonsais that I grew, the Purple Macs, they rip, dude. I'm gonna have to grow that one out again for sure. But
Yeah.
Night Owl too. Like strawberry creme de la Compton is probably my favorite from him, but Amulet OG is smelling just like she does. So
Right on.
which I'm stoked. I'm almost out of creme de la Compton too, so it's perfect timing for it. Yeah, there's so many good strains. You can't go wrong with either Alabrije or Night Owl. I mean, BGG, obviously, that Odin Sons is like the densest flower I've ever had. It was like a rock. Like everyone comments how dense they are, and it's a fantastic smoke. So, I mean,
Yeah,
it's all the breeders that we're friends with, dude. You can't go wrong with any of their genetics.
I mean, it's a benefit that our friends are good at what they do, because we don't have to fucking sit here and lie to you and not say that it's a selfish reason. Like, I get good fucking smoke and great plants, and I just have to be friends with them, right? Like, if they were shitty and I was friends with them, it would have to suck to be like, yeah, man, plant that fucking piece of shit. Like,
well, even when the genetics are good and they're shitty, you know how we feel about that too. So.
Well, yeah, exactly. Especially if I've touched it, it's ruined. But no, it does. There's nothing more fun than having a tent full of your friends' shit. It's really fucking awesome.
Absolutely.
And autoflowers let you do that, pretty quickly. Although you fucking flip fucking photos quickly like Johnny does, you can get the same time frame. But that's besides the point. We're talking to Grow N.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah,
you just gotta
like,
find what works for you. What
Amen.
makes it fun is like creating a hobby out of it, so you can do whatever the fuck you want. But the most important shit is getting the medicine. So once you got jars filled, do whatever the fuck you want.
Oh yeah.
But figure out your style, make it easy, do whatever you got to do to get your fucking jars filled, and then figure it the fuck out. Like, have fun with it. But yeah, rule number one, if you're not listening, rule number one is fill your fucking jars. Who gives a shit how you make that happen? And then rule number two is, okay, then fuck around and find out.
As long as you're having fun, do it, man.
Yeah,
the medicine works better if you're not stressed in acquiring it.
Yeah. The fun is in the fucking growing, and the righteousness is in the fucking busting each other's balls about them doing it their way and you doing it yours.
Amen, dude.
When everybody grows beautiful plants, like
100%.
Everybody grows. I rarely see anybody in our Discord or you guys Discord that says or that has crap plants.
Well, first of all, Mr.
There isn't any
most
crap
high
plant.
in our Discord. Yeah, there isn't any crap plants. Plants are beautiful, except for like IGLM. Like, right?
Yeah, they don't stay long. That's for sure.
I had a fucking plant from ILGM that lasted a long ass time, and I tortured.
No, I
shit
know,
out
but
of that bitch.
I had to put some kind of like disclaimer after I said there's no such thing as a bad plant, because I don't want to sound like that much of a fucking hippie. Like, there's no bad plant, man. Like, that's come on, it's too much for even me. So I have to pick a common enemy of something, right?
Fair enough. All right.
But no, you're right. Fill your jars, find your way, have fun along the way. Haha. Don't
you like looking at the plants is like the best part.
No, I'm soundbiting that shit. I am soundbiting
that. Was so lame.
Hold on. There's wait. What was I supposed to do? There was a button I could hit.
No, don't press any buttons. This is a professional interview with our friend. And no, I know what I was doing. I was giving Grow N shit because he corrected himself. The dude is a dude of the Most High of our Discord. And he goes, "Oh, your Discord." No, it's your Discord too, motherfucker. You do more work than Johnny and I do.
That's not a very tall order.
Well, that's true.
Thank you. I'm a low achiever.
That's all right. We'll pick up the slack.
Somebody's gotta. Well, and also there's gotta be a good looking one, and it has to be me. So I do my part, and I get to be lazy and just be pretty. And I get to wear different fucking Apple Watch bands and rub it in fucking Howling's face every day. It's like, look at my rainbow wristwatch. You're so jealous, aren't you?
See,
And
this is all to convince you to grow organically. No, but I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see your Coco Loco experiment. Do you have what's your time frame right now? Like how many weeks do you go before planting again? Give us a rundown of how you do your perpetual. I can't fucking talk tonight.
We'll just edit that later.
no, we won't.
No, it's yeah. So yeah. A time frame. All right. So about like every 4 weeks. I'm gonna try and speed it up a little this run so I can try and plan on the 21st with everybody for the night owl grow along. But yeah, usually about every 4 weeks, 20 to 30 days is what I usually go with. But it really doesn't matter, honestly, because you can only fit so many in the plant. So when you pull the two that are ready, just put the 2 other ones in and you're good to go. It'll just rotate itself through.
So what do you do in the tent for environment? I don't know why I said it like that. That seems super like I didn't know where I was going with my mouth. Environmental controls. Like, how do you fucking keep your tent when you're growing perpetual then? What's your aim
You were
status?
French. Environment.
What the fuck just happened?
Making me forget about shit. All right, so environment, yeah.
What is your environment?
My environment usually is 50% humidity generally, and around 74-ish for temp. And then obviously when lights out, it's like down to 66-ish. But that's just, I try to keep it a little low because like the back of my apartment stays cooler. So that's where my dry tent is. So just try to keep my apartment at around like 72 and just let it do its thing. But
right on.
Seems like a pretty happy medium.
How do you deal with humidity, especially in a tent with that much plant mass?
Honestly, it's not really that bad. Like obviously summertime sucks, but I have a AC Infinity, the Cloudline, the 6-inch or whatever. No, 8-inch. 6-inch. I got a 6-inch, and then I got it hooked up to the controller. Yeah, and I just controlled off humidity with the plug for the humidifier, the smart plug.
Right on. So you can do it all with a fan.
Mm-hmm. And I got 2 fans for ventilation, like 2 like clip-on fans.
Right on.
Yeah, I just set my temp for humidity. I don't even worry about temp or anything else. Humidity is all I really care about. As long as it's not getting super cold in there and frigid. I mean, I've had it down to 62 and 60 before. It's obviously the seedlings and the early plants grow a little bit slower, but you also get some really good colors when you're in bloom.
You get some great shots, so it's almost a payoff.
Need that better macro camera.
You know what? You should adopt my photography philosophy, which is snap a picture, no other takes, and just move on. There's a simple art to it. I know, but you're skilled. You gotta dumb down one a day, baby.
If you'll notice, all my shots are the same angles though. Every day, it's like I gotta rotate what I'm doing through my Instagram, or else it's gonna look like the same shit all the time.
Well, see, but that's your cardinal sin, man. You're practicing. You're not supposed to practice.
Oh, there's no practice. It's just doing it. After I'm done feeding my plants every morning, I'm tired of doing crap. I just want to sit down and relax for a little bit before I gotta go to work.
Right on. So, how much work do you do on a regular week in your garden? Like, how much time are you spending each day? Let's say
each day, maybe half hour, 45 minutes. If it's a day where I somehow works out to where I have to feed all the plants in my tent at the same time, it might take an hour and 10 minutes or so. And then obviously, if I'm doing my little glamour shots for them, it takes a little bit longer. But
right on.
Yeah, every time I get high and decide it's time to fucking garden, it always takes twice as long.
Yeah, you forget.
Damn it, I wanted to go to bed an hour ago.
I threw out a whole thing of fucking newts this morning because I fucking smoked as soon as I woke up. Went in there like, well, I mean, I always do, but I still wasn't woken up. Was weighing it out, and I'm like, was this the B1 or the B2? I'm like, oh, I'm not giving it two B1s or two B2s, so I just tossed it and started over. But
Oh yeah. One of my
Don't get high
worst,
in garden.
yeah, one of my worst, well, we can talk about my worst is not
then I wouldn't be
knowing
gardening.
which recent worst was not knowing which fucking tote was which tote because they're not labeled, and using compost instead of fucking worm castings and frying the shit out of everything.
Oh
in the
shit,
earth
dude,
box.
we've been holding off on talking about this. I like fucking let's talk about this. So you stunted a couple of plants, right?
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
So after I grew that monster hubba in that earth box, I went to re-amend because I was just throwing down the no-till like we were talking to see how long I could fucking go. And I did the normal amount of craft blend, but I fucking piled on what I thought was worm castings, like really unsifted worm castings that I had. And it was not. It was some fucking local compost that I picked up from that fucking worm farmer a couple years, maybe a year ago. And I just accidentally fucking mounted that shit on the earth box. So I just fried the shit out of the next seedlings that were in there, stunted those two, stunted the Mandela effect I put in after, and the next two star foxes that I put in. Because I was at that point, I was just testing to see what the fuck it was going on, right? I was like, oh shit, is my watering really fucking off all of a sudden? But no, it was the soil's really fucking hot.
Really hot. So what did you do with it? What have you done to try and recover?
So I luckily got that Forgetful in the tent that's blowing up, right? So I was only impairing her by keeping the second earth box in anyway to try and get, because I planted at the same time. I was just having very fucking stunted plants because of the compost issue. So I finally took it out, dumped that fucking soil into another tote that I have with some other soil that I'm going to just basically mix with some of my old soil to even out how hot it was. And then I dumped in some new soil. I had one bag of soil left. I dumped in that, put some worms in there, and started, sprayed some labs and shit. Started working on the soil so that it'll be ready to plant in when we do the grow along. That's where my Cosmic Apprentice is going to go in.
That's perfect. I was just gonna add, so you do add worms for your soil sitting there, as it's cooking or whatever. You have worms in that mix with hot soil.
Yeah, so
compost.
Yeah. The one that I've basically taken that was too hot is I just mixed with the other stuff. Does have worms, and then also the earth box with the new soil also is getting established with worms.
Perfect, right on.
I've got so many worms, man. They go in everywhere.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, we had a very successful breeding program for a while, and then I've run out of places to put them temporarily because machines have gone where my dedicated worm area was in my shop. So,
and I'm sure your better half loves that.
Yeah, she was stoked to get him out of the house and into the shop, and now she's pissed that more of them are coming back into the house. So we don't talk about it out loud. My plan in all things: deny, deny, deny.
Well, it's the best way to deal with it.
Yeah, my father taught me you can't prove shit.
Allegedly.
No, but it is.
No, the reason I wanted to talk about it is because I've got the two photo periods growing, and with it being that hot now, let me backtrack. The hotness from the compost, I had the exact same thing happen in my 3x3 bed. I had grabbed some local compost to top dress my bed with, and all the photo periods that were in there started getting fucking tip burn and shit. And I'm like, what is going on? What am I doing wrong with my watering? And I immediately realized I got fucking mushrooms growing like fucking crazy out of this compost and shit. I'm like, right on. Oh yeah, it's probably
Way too
hot
hot.
as
Yeah.
fuck. Yeah, it's probably
Well,
way too hot. So
and if I had a photo in there, I would have let it go, right? I would have just seen, like, basically limped through just to kind of test it
yeah,
out,
because you
basically.
could have like it would have just been a slow grower. It would have been
Oh yeah, it would have
hot,
been
and
fucking, yeah,
you knew, and once you figured out it was hot, you'd just be like, all right, well, it is what it
yeah,
is, sweetheart. You're gonna live through it or you're not, and it's just gonna be slow, and you can choose when to flip it to flower to
exactly.
maximize your yield out of it.
Yeah, and
But with
then
an
with
auto, yeah,
autos, I
you're
was
fucking
just
screwed.
stunting them,
Yeah.
and then I was like, okay, I know that I'm stunting them. Let's plant this and see what happens here. Because I even replaced, I replaced some of the soil with that seed soil, and it worked for a little bit. But once it grew any size, it just stopped, right? Because once its
Yep.
roots hit the area with it, it stopped. So I was able to pull it out, dump, and then restart, and I'll have it ready for the grow along. Which, huge shout out to Grown. I know that people haven't heard from him because we're selfishly talking about ourselves with him, but he got the whole bulb moving on that fucking YAG sticker. Thank you kindly.
Yeah, no worries, dude. This I just reached out to Dad to see if I could use one of the images, and he offered. So it was nothing really, honestly. It was all him. He's just a real
Yeah,
cool dude. That's one of the reasons I love supporting him, man.
it is one of the benefits of having great plants of his too, is you feel even better because it's like he's such a cool dude.
Yeah, well, his plants make you look a lot better than you are too. At least in my
Oh,
case.
fuck
I
yeah,
mean,
always.
Oh, 100%.
The real
like they are
reason
heavy
why
feeders for the most part, but man, they make you look a hell of a lot better than you are generally.
the real reason we're ever sponsored by Alibri, hey, I'm just kidding,
Yeah,
is plants make up for our lack of skill.
absolutely, man. That Blues
Man.
Rosso, I loved growing her. I'm really considering growing her again too. One of my favorite smokes.
Johnny's poetry about the tangy is making me put her back up in the lineup. I don't know when. It's just,
Oh, I
He's
know
a good
when,
one too. I'm loving
I know
mine.
exactly when. The same time as my strawberry milk and cookies,
yeah.
and my
And
funeral desserts, and my Star Fox.
are you
That's what
doing
I'm
the
excited
funeral
for.
desserts with the pink pheno that he just dropped?
Yep.
That's the one. Yep.
Oh,
That's what I'm excited for right there.
that's fucking, yeah.
Yep. So that's my lineup for the grow along. It's going to be the strawberry milk and cookies and the Star Fox. But the Star Fox is a merch.
Yeah, it's his project that
One
he
of
reversed.
one of his projects,
Yeah.
fucking saviors or whatever.
Yeah, so it's especially significant in his retirement.
Da, 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 da.
He's, by the way, he still posts. He just posts like really awesome views of where he's living in paradise, it seems. So he's not dead.
So jealous.
I know. Keeps posting those fucking amazing places. You might be the fucking
And yeah,
jealousy.
another fucking tangy and the funeral desserts. So
What did he say? Was it 1 in 10 that had the pink pheno?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's you better get one of those 10. If not, we call him on him.
that would be so rad. That would be
Oh,
so rad. I would be like, look, thanks for growing along, but y'all lose because I got the pink one, bitches.
I want to see everyone get one but you, dude.
And it's gonna be that way too. Just so we know, it's 100% gonna be that way. Shit.
No, I probably won't get one, but I mean, I've
Also,
never had a plant with pink
the
crystals.
chances of me actually running this to completion, we all know is fucking like no, because I'm gonna fuck them up. Their auto flowers are going into a large bed of soil. I don't
No,
know what I'm doing
fuck you.
half the time,
Don't.
and
No. Don't.
Like
or
that, dude,
we're
you're
gonna get
good.
shot backed.
Time out. You don't get to quantify this. You can't. Don't give it the auto and big bullshit. Have you seen, Grown, the fucking bullshit Earthbox pictures he just posted in the Discord of both of his fucking 2x4 tents? The fucking gorgeous plants. You don't get to downsize and talk shit on yourself after posting those.
Well, yeah, but those
gorgeous
are photos, and
No, that's why I said you couldn't quantify it as
in
a fucking auto
sits.
issue. That's fucking, yeah. No, fuck you. You can't post beauty and then also
Yeah.
say your shit.
And that bamboo trellis was sweet, dude.
Fuck yeah, it is. Fucking
Oh my
looks
god,
amazing.
I just had to fucking go in there and defoliate. You should see the after picture. It's like, did you do anything, you lazy bastard?
I rarely defoliate, dude. I rarely do anything in there.
No, I
I've
had to
clipped
when it's
off the
lights off.
blowers,
It's like
but
65 fucking percent humidity in there.
oh
I
wow.
have to fucking start. Yeah, that when lights off, 12 hours a day with 65% humidity. It's like, that's a little high, especially because
Yeah.
now they're rounding out. I think they're like 2.5 weeks into flower. So they're starting to fucking become
That's
Guy
getting
Fieri. It's like, yeah, it's time to start dropping the humidity. So I got to start fucking plucking leaves.
getting
I
risky
wanted to
there.
wait a little bit longer, but when you start to when you pull one leaf off another and you see the moisture on the leaf underneath it, it's like, yeah, I got to start pulling some leaves, man. We can't have all that fuckery around asking for problems. But
I follow the rule of never defoliate if you don't want to because I'm lazy. But I've been doing so much defoliation because of this forgetful wedding that it's just like I'm pulling leaves off constantly. And it is like Johnny said, it's just like you can't get the humidity spike fucking when lights go out. Even in my case, if it's only 4 or 6 hours, right? It's still fucking spikes because there's so much plant matter in there. But
dude, I liken that fucking forgetful to like a vining ground plant. It's like
dude,
it
it's
just keeps
wild.
going
It's
wider and wider and wider.
It
Did
literally
you
is
grow up
growing.
already?
Yeah, I'm just like an inch taller would be nice, just it is the bushiest of bush. It's a chode for sure, but it is super rad and I like it so much that I picked up more from his drop just to make sure that we have some around in case anybody ever wants some, Look, and it's
Oh, yeah.
amnesia haze. You can't go wrong with that.
Fuck yeah.
But
And it's
that brings
fucking
me to it.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Are
it
you
is.
getting
It
any
is.
terps out of it yet?
Not yet, but I was gonna say this brings me to my question about ground. How's your days? Because I was just smelling her recently. I had to remove a couple leaves, and yours is fucking gorgeous, dude.
I appreciate it. She's I've never had pistils that thick. Like
Yeah,
she's
it's crazy.
strange pheno, dude. But I can't put my finger. I was just telling Hypno Grow like an hour ago. I'm like, I can't put my finger on what she smells like at all. Like I can't at all. I can't think of it. Like it'll change obviously over the next time into cure, but she smells good. I just don't
Yeah,
know what it is.
it is so unique, and you have the only pheno of the one that I've seen. I don't think anyone has one similar to yours.
Yeah, I haven't.
I
She's
know
purple.
5 and I have the same. But yeah, she's purple. She's got those broad leaves, but she's just fucking.
The
She's shaped so
pistils
well.
are so
Yeah,
thick on her. Like it's ridiculous.
yeah. Well, all good things are frogs. See, forgetful days. But I was gonna ask what is like the ideal effect and type of terps that you grow for? What's your cup of tea?
More of like a daytime, like creative, like I
There
don't
you
know,
go.
stuff that kind of motivates me to do things. Like it
There you
seems
go.
like pretty much everything. I mean, obviously I buy for sort of that type of thing, but most of the honestly, like most of the night owls and stuff, they all have that same effect with Alabrijes for the most part. Like
Yeah, I think there's great stuff, and I don't want to appear too biased, but I think you made the right choice. Suck at howling. Those are the better effects.
no, Odin Sons was awesome. I love Odin Sons. I've got plenty of it left, and I'm not giving that away. Like it's fantastic smoke.
I did not say anything disparaging about Odinson. I
Oh,
simply said,
I'm
suck at
sorry. I was
howling.
thinking BGG, not Howling.
Yeah, no, howling.
I'm blazed right now. If anybody
Yeah,
can't
it's
tell.
okay. It's okay. It's the point of the show. But do you have anything that is in your, or I guess I'll just ask, what are you doing for the grow along? Have you made up your mind, or is it still
Grow
kind of
together.
split? Grow together. My apologies.
Thank you.
It's my own
Normally
fucking thing. You
it's
think I'd know the goddamn name? Not my own personally. You know what I mean? Fuck you guys.
no. Normally it's like it'll be right up to the day before, and I don't know what I'm right up to the time. I didn't know what I was planting before I had the seed case there. I just picked at random. But this time I've actually got it set. I'm going Tyrone Stomper F7 and Vanilla Fizz.
Ooh, beautiful. I
Yeah, I
have.
wanted to run the F7.
I don't know why I just got the urge to say, "You better call Tyrone."
Did you see the movie They Cloned Tyrone
No.
on Netflix? No, you should check it out. It's a fucking trippy movie. Megan and I
Totally
were
gonna
somewhere
know.
for a wedding, and in our hotel room, she was playing it, and I was like half sleeping, and I woke up, and I was like, "What the fuck are you watching?" It was trippy as fuck, and I watched the whole fucking thing.
Is it a cartoon or something?
No, it's got that the dude who was in the new Star Wars, the British guy, Jason Bodega or whatever that dude's name is.
Boyega, the black
Yeah,
that played
yeah.
Finn?
Yeah, Finn, that dude. He's in it. He plays Tyrone, and it's got Jamie Foxx in it. It's a trippy ass movie, dude. Check it out.
Fuck
I
yeah.
think it's on Netflix.
I have to check it out.
It's worth the watch. Like, and I very rarely watch that many movies, and or would recommend the shit that I watch. And that was a trip.
Fucking A, I'm watching it.
You should, yeah. I think you'll like it. If
I
not,
will.
I didn't
I'm
recommend.
gonna smoke
shit.
some applesauce. I'm gonna
Yeah,
smoke some applesauce and watch it.
I-
Oh, dude, this shit is applesauce is fucking. It's righteous, man. Because especially I was out of my regular sauce, and the applesauce has similar effects and more desirable terps to my palate.
Oh,
So
fuck yeah,
I'm
how
enjoying
fitting.
applesauce very much. I think I'm going to find myself doing a pheno hunt of it.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like having the sauce around, man. It is very medicinal. I like the way it works for my nightcap.
Right
So
on.
having it
How-
with a little bit more terps than the OG had, it's right up my alley. So I think I'm gonna do
How-
a fucking hunt here in the future.
How are you gonna reconcile with the fact that the breeder's a monster?
I ignore it. I don't care about the breeder. I care about his work.
That's a good point. Yeah. No. What are you smoking on, Ground?
Some of that pure Michigan that I just grew.
You like it a lot?
It's pretty stellar. I'm not gonna lie.
Unbiased opinion, of course.
Yeah, I mean it's up there for sure.
Would you enjoy it if it was called pure, I don't know, Minnesota?
More than I would if it was pure California. But
Well, yeah, if it was pure California, it would be terrible. It would be polluted.
yeah, it's
On
pretty
that-
good. I dig it. Twisted
On
Tree
that
puts
note,
out a good
we have
product.
some questions. We have some questions for you.
Some real
Specifically,
questions.
some real important questions.
Of course.
What's the first seed you ever planted, and why was it an apple seed?
It was a cannabis seed. It was like
Yeah.
15 months ago was my first,
No shit,
sir.
right?
Were
on,
you
man.
excited when you found out you had a green thumb?
I was surprised. My mom can't grow anything at all. So I figured it was something hard to do, but I mean I just watched like Mr. Grow It when I got into it and kind of
Right
just
on.
followed along and kind of developed my own thing and went from there and didn't
Right
really
on.
look back. I dig it.
Right on. What is your favorite pie, and why is it apple pie?
Actually, it is it's probably my favorite is apple pie.
Really?
Oh yeah, I love apple pie, dude. I don't know if
Really?
it's a Michigan
Have
thing,
you done
I think, but
the cheddar thing?
no, I can't get into that, dude. That's just wrong.
Okay.
What do you mean? If you haven't, have you tried it?
I just can't.
I said the
can't
same
bring
thing.
myself to do it,
I
dude.
said the same thing, and then I grew a pair, and I tried it, and I went, "Holy shit, you're right. There is some sort of umami effect to it. It is not as gross as it sounds. Trust
I've
me.
never been that high.
You don't even have to be high. You just have to have a pair."
Next time I have an apple pie, I'll give it a go.
That's the kind of argument people used in high school to get you to do drugs.
Well, thank
Just
you.
grow
Exactly.
a pair.
Well, if I don't like it, Jester can have it, so it's not that worse or bad
There you
for
go.
me.
No, I'd be down because I like cheddar. I just don't like apple pie, so I don't see the point.
I don't know what it is. It's like the caramelized sauce in it. Like, oh, I love it, dude. It's
Do you do it?
fantastic.
Did you say if you do it a la mode or not?
I'll eat apple pie anyway, but yeah, a la mode for sure.
Right on. That's got to make you
This
happy,
man
Johnny.
eats his pie anyway.
Yep, and I like it
Makes
hot.
me happy.
Give me that hot pie.
Hot pie. He's all about that hot pie.
Well, I'm one for 2 right now. Let's see if I can make it 2 for 3. What's your favorite fruit and why is it apple?
Well, I guess apple and cherry probably, but I love orange as well. I don't know. It's
Wow,
top
you're a
3
fruit
for sure.
salad. So what you're saying
You're a
is
fruit
you don't have a
salad, yeah.
favorite fruit. You're a fruit salad kind of guy.
You're an equal
Absolutely.
opportunity
The fruitiest
fruitist.
of the fruit salads.
There you go.
He's
Perfect.
He's a Unitarian fruitist.
I love all fruits. Well, I'm not a melon guy, but like I like female melons, not like fruit melons.
I don't think I've ever
What the fuck?
heard it called female melons before,
We're
and
trying
I
to
don't
keep it
know if
somewhat
I want to
appropriate
live in
here.
a world where I do know that. Female melons, amazing.
We just got canceled.
Oh, I wonder if that's gonna work. I'm gonna go try that later.
Show me
It's
them
not gonna
female
work.
melons, baby.
It's not
It's
gonna
not gonna work.
If I just got to say it like 5 feet away so she can't jump. Okay, where were we? We were on the fruit, which he said orange. That's fine. You got pretty much 2 for 3. You win this round.
All right.
I got like I wouldn't say it was 2/3. I would say it was more like 3/8.
It's a
There
tie.
you go.
Yeah.
I'll take that kind of odds if we're going fucking to
Whatever.
die all of a
This is
sudden.
a gag, man.
No, yeah, no. Here's the more contentious of these questions, Johnny. Here's where he can really lose all his YAG credit.
Like I had that
You
much.
go to a
begin
pizza
with.
shop. You go to a pizza shop for the first time. Are you getting a cheese slice or a pepperoni slice?
Gotta go pepperoni.
Yes, sir.
Never saw the point of just cheese. I can't get into it.
Thank you.
If it's like the stretchiest cheese, that like the perfect cheese, still can't. Give me some more pepperoni. I need some meat.
Look, man, if I'm gonna get sick from sketchy pizza, I at least want the extra benefit of the taste of pepperoni going down. Okay?
That's a fair point. Oh shit, that is a fair point. I'll give you that, but I'm still going cheese, man. I need to fucking.
I know, but I will defend. I have to start defending the New York slice, which is upsetting to me as a Californian. But the blasphemy I see of other people comparing their square cut abominations to a true slice of pizza, I feel is just it's akin to slapping you in the face.
If any one of those pieces is not a fucking triangle, you are wrong.
Thank you.
It's a fucking pie. Cut that circle into a pie. Thank you.
All right. Now, Grown, we won't ask your opinion on that one because it's not part of our questions. We'll settle that one later.
8-corner deep dish, baby. Like actual deep dish.
I don't think
So
I've
it's
ever
all
had
crisp.
You didn't get a vote. No, you didn't get a vote. We're taking this off the record. Scratch
Yeah.
it from the fucking
Scratch.
record. What?
Scratch.
Redacted.
Dude, if you take all the variations of a pizza question, we will never have any future questions. Don't do us dirty like that, motherfucker.
Guess I'm not coming back.
You have, yeah, it's like, why is Grown banned from YAG? Well, he asked one too many pizza questions. Fucker.
shit.
He stole season 2, all of season 2. No.
What's your favorite sandwich?
Yeah.
Probably Reuben. I love a good Reuben.
Ooh.
Yeah,
With the rye bread?
some
and all,
rye
huh?
bread, yeah.
Rye bread is phenomenal.
Sauerkraut or coleslaw, I don't care either or, but I prefer like good sauerkraut. If it's like shit sauerkraut, give me coleslaw.
So like some really fresh fucking sauerkraut, like some
Yeah, but
German
not
shit just
like-
came out the fucking crock.
Yeah, that doesn't taste like super cheap and like over vinegary. Like it has to be like
the
perfect.
fermented sauerkraut.
Yeah, where it's almost tastes spoiled.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
sounds
good Reuben, man. I love me a
like
good
my
Reuben.
hell.
Thank God Stoney's not here right now.
He would go into the most. I do wonder if he was here, how would he figure out how to get butter into sauerkraut?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh,
Love you,
man.
Stoney.
Wait, did we add more questions? I fucking forgot.
I can't remember, but I did have some other questions before we got to plugs. Just in general. No, just kidding. No. On average, with your time frame, you're planning every 4 weeks. You said. How many times have you regrown in those couple of times? Would you say?
Like regrown
Like
the same
replanted
strain?
the seed, yeah, like almost immediately, because by the time I imagine
okay, yeah.
you
So if like something was out of like not sprouting in the time frame it's supposed to,
yeah.
like how many instances?
Mm-hmm.
Done it once, the one time with that gummy bears.
Interesting.
Took a few to get her going, but she's going now, and she looks like she's gonna be decent,
Hell yeah.
or more than decent, obviously, but
Is
pretty
that
good,
Atlas,
obviously.
right? Is that
Yeah,
an
she's an
Atlas?
Atlas. Yeah.
I think I planted 3 of those in a 2x4 at one time, and all 3 of them fucking hermed on me.
That sucks.
Yeah,
I'll keep an eye out for
don't
that.
know what the hell happened, man. Yeah, I don't know what I did or what I missed, but the next thing I know, I'm looking, and it was like I bred this fucking tent.
Wow, that
It
fruit by the
looked
foot
like
that I grew from them was
intentionally
awesome.
bred. Nice. Oh no, the Top Gun I grew was fucking. It was raging. I was just saying the gummy bears specifically that I grew, I did something wrong, and next thing I know, I'm looking at 3 beautiful plants that are fucking covered in seeds.
They don't
Don't
take
even
much.
know how or where it happened. It was like, what did I miss? What the
Like I
fuck
said,
did I do? Yeah.
that one time, dude, I fed like a 1/3 of like the recommended dose one time, and it's got yellow tips, like really, really long yellow tips on it. But I know they're finicky. Like it's crazy the different strains have the different resistances to things.
Yep.
And
Is that one of
obviously
the
that goes to the breeder too.
that was gonna be my next question, is how important, like how in the perpetual is it, and do you like feed this, how important is it to keep the feeding the same? That was a long-winded way of saying, like, how do you make sure that you're not creating extra work? Do you like kind of just go full blast on all of them and fuck those who can't take it, or do you just take the time and kind of fine tune it per plant?
Yeah, I pretty much fine tune per plant, but I mean you can tell like I just start them out basically usually around 1/3. Like I'll do like veg newts around day 14 to day till it gets into flower, but I'll do like 1/3 of that. I'm not gonna give them a ton because I don't want to get super yellow tipped leaves or anything. But then once I get into flower, how they're doing, then I'll either go 1/3 or 2/3, and then if they're really hungry, then I'll go full dose. But I'm constantly there's no waterings or anything between being in what medium that I'm in. So I'm just constantly just nutrients every time, every 2 days or so.
Right on. Well, that's exciting, man. I really dig it. I'm trying to be more like you in my planting, and try and do perpetual in the easiest way I can in 2 separate tents and whatnot. But I'm definitely watching and learning. So I appreciate you coming on, man.
Hey, anytime, dude.
What were you gonna say,
Obviously,
Tony?
any questions ever, then let me know. But I mean, it's not like I'm doing anything special or anything like that. It's literally just rotating the plants through. It's about the quickest way to get things, and I think you could easily pull it off. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. It's not very difficult at all.
That's true, but I did also top dress with compost instead of worm casting, so you would be surprised.
No, your
Happens.
difficulty is just drying because you dry in your tents.
That's very true. That's
why I'm not growing
Mhm.
organically in my dry tent. Like that's the most important part. I'm not going to compromise that. So
yeah, I have to juggle, which is not optimal. But so I always have to be one plant down, because I have to be able to move the 3. That's why I have 3 earth boxes. It's a stupid juggle, but I do have to get better, because running out of head stash always sucks when you're like, oh yeah, you were down for 3 weeks that one time because bullshit.
I can't remember the last time I smoked the same strain. When every 2 plants every 4 weeks, like you get about my medium I was using about 4 ounces like average, like every 30 days. Like it's just constant influx. Can't give it away fast enough.
Again, I guess we're just not friends, Johnny. Just kidding, my friend.
Told you, come on out to Hash Bash, dude. I got you.
We're gonna meet up one day. It's something Johnny and I have always talked about. We gotta do something. Yeah, big Yag camping trip so we can all just fuck around and
take the puppers.
Yeah, bring Captain so he can ruin it all, I'm sure.
All right, Jester will keep him company.
But yeah, I mean, you know, we'll have to have you come back on the Yag circle and have some fun later. But is there anything that you wanted to plug, man?
Not really, dude. Days Grow Along pretty much is everyone's planted and growing. That's pretty much going right there. And Night Owl Grow Along coming up. That's your guys'. It's gonna be a fun one. Everybody can grow whatever strain they want. It's gonna be real sweet to see all the different strains in the stages. It's real nice way to pick what you want to grow, like sooner rather than later.
It's a super rad showcase of all the different strains, and also it's really cool to see a strain you want to grow be grown by someone with more talent than you, because you're like, yeah, one day. I'm just kidding.
Every case for me.
That's the way it's supposed to look. Shit, yeah, that's what I always say. It's like, oh damn, that's what it should look like.
I know. Every time I see like Hypno Grow or something, I'm like, God, plants are so beautiful.
Fantastic. Oh,
well,
I know.
Tell the folks how they can reach you. How they can find you on Instagram?
Just on Instagram, Grow N the Mitten. That's about it. I post on Reddit every once in a while, but I don't have an account over there really. So pretty much just Instagram. I'm in the Discords. That's about it.
Perfect. And then who do we make that check out to make sure that Yag wins the Dazed?
Jester, Queen of Corgiton.
All right, Johnny, get on that. Johnny, do you have anything to plug?
I will. I of course do not, but we're not getting out of here without a sermon.
Shit, it's Sunday. That's right. I am fucking ill prepared, so we'll go with the very standard, typical December one. I think I did last year, but be aware of the fucking seasonal affective disorder, guys. Shit comes on fucking like a hawk. So, you know, try and get into nature. I know that's much harder when it's snowing, but do what you can. Don't interrupt me, Johnny. Let the Californian describe the seasonal defection of order. I'm clinging to straws, man. Just do what you guys know what to do. Don't be a dick, mind your own business, and go with Frog. Now you can make fun of me for not knowing what the fuck I'm talking about.
No, I was gonna say also, I just fucking looked it up. Mercury's in fucking retrograde again, man. God damn it.
Well, that makes sense, dude.
That fucking planet. I'm gonna punch that planet in the face. Thanks for fucking joining us tonight, Grow N the Mitten, and thanks for listening tonight, everybody. Peace.
See ya.